Hey, I'm Mark Istook alongside Bucky Brooks as we are previewing the NFC Championship game. How about the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons matching up, Bucky?
No. Not the Dallas Cowboys.
I figured if I say it that way, it might actually happen. No, it's the Green Bay Packers. What a divisional round game for them. Certainly riding a high, but boy, Atlanta as well coming off that big win over the Seattle Seahawks. This is one to look forward to.
This is one to look forward to because we always talk about in football about the quarterbacks being the difference makers. And when you look at both of these teams, Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan, they are the difference makers for their clubs. They're also the reason why both fan bases can buy into their team being in the Super Bowl.
Well, you like to make the analogy of a truck or a trailer when it comes to a quarterback. Is he being pulled by his team or is he pulling his team? And certainly when you look at Aaron Rodgers, he willed the Packers to a win against the Cowboys. And so many great plays in that game, but you've chosen a few that you think really illustrate why he's so dangerous.
Yeah, and that truck parlance, he is a Peterbilt. He is an 18-wheeler. He is a guy that can put a lot on his shoulders. One of the reasons why he's able to do it, he's a great athlete, does a great job of extending plays. Here he's going to buy time. Over 6 seconds between snap to throw, but it's the location of the ball that is most impressive. Puts it right on the boundary. Jared Cook works his feet in bounds. These are the kind of plays that he routinely makes. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense because your pass rush wears out chasing a guy like this. And then in the back end, you simply can't cover for that long. Let's take a look at another example. Here we see empty formation. When he sees someone draws up, he loves to take free plays and take shots. He understands he has advantage in the slot. Nice move on Sean Lee. Look, Richard Rodgers just runs by it. Look at the ball location.
Great linebacker.
Right over the shoulder.
Bad cover.
In his hands. Exploiting matchups is what Aaron Rodgers does. He can buy time with his feet. He can beat you with his mind. Regardless of how he plays, in a sandlot fashion or not, he is able to execute it and do it in splendid fashion. Once again, pump fake, doesn't like what he sees, buys time, runs to the sideline, points and directs his receiver to go to the sideline, drops a dime right on the boundary. I mean, this guy's phenomenal. He is a magician who routinely pulls rabbits out the hat. I don't know how you stop Aaron Rodgers in the Green Bay Packers.
I mean, maybe the key is keeping him inside the pocket because his numbers there, 1 touchdown and the interception, an 82.7 QB rating, 60 points better when he scrambles, a touchdown and 146.8 QB rating. So certainly the key for him, moving the pocket.
Absolutely. The key for anyone defending him is you got to keep him in the pocket, make him work on rhythm because if he gets outside the pocket, that's why he's dangerous.
Certainly, Matt Ryan and this Kyle Shanahan offense have been humming this season, especially at this time of year, taking it to a very good defense against Seattle, even an injured one. Here are some more examples of why he and that offense and those playmakers are so dangerous.
Look, Matt Ryan is another truck, but he's not quite a Peterbilt. I think he's kind of like that Cadillac Escalade. He pulls it because he has all the luxury stuff, all the items that you want. There you see Julio Jones running a slant, gets inside, makes the catch. Ryan puts it on his back shoulder so it leads him to go to the boundary. These are the plays that Atlanta Falcons routinely make. They create opportunities for their best players to have one-on-one opportunities. This is a terrific play design here. We're going to see like a little scissors concept to take advantage of the Seattle Seahawks 3-deep defense. We're going to see Tevin Coleman in the backfield. Julio Jones is going to come across just simply to be a little bait. Got a little scissors action. There we got a little post coming on the outside. Coleman is going to go to the corner. The corner is drawn away by the post. It's a nice little spot in the back corner of the end zone. You got someone in the flat to draw the coverage up. Terrific play design. I like this from Kyle Shanahan. Puts the ball on the spot. Tevin Coleman does a little dance with his homies. You have to like this when you're the Dirty Birds and you're the Atlanta Falcons. So many different ways they can create big play opportunities. Sometimes it's playmakers just simply catching the ball and doing what they do in the open field. Double stack alignment. Devontae Freeman in the backfield running a circle route. Already has leverage on the corner. Comes inside, catches the ball. Then this is what he does. Makes a little dance in the middle of the field. Cuts inside. This should have been a 10-yard gain. I mean, this flips the field. You're talking about a 40-plus yard passing play on a simple throw and catch. The Atlanta Falcons are dangerous because they have so many weapons on the outside that you simply can't account for. Matt Ryan does a great job of distributing the ball and allowing those guys to do work on the perimeter.
We saw an Atlanta team that faded at the end of the season last year, but no fading here. Last 5 games, 1,469 yards, 14 touchdowns, and a 131.8 rating. So I guess the only question left is, does Matt Ryan have like leather and the DVD player in his Escalade?
He has everything.
Chrome wheels. He's got. That feels like he'd have a loaded Escalade.
He has a loaded Escalade. He has TVs in the headsets. He has headrests. He has everything that you look for in a luxury vehicle. He has done a terrific job bouncing back from that bad year. To think, some people question whether he was even a top 10 quarterback heading into the season. He has proved the skeptics and the naysayers wrong. He is playing at a high level. He is allowing his players to make those things happen on the perimeter.
You and I talked before the segment about teams needing to strike while the iron's hot. You don't know when you'll be back in this position, the NFC Championship game. Does Atlanta feel like they're the team that's going to strike, or Green Bay?
This is a tough one because when you look at Green Bay, everything is about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has kind of willed his team to this situation. I'm going to go with Atlanta in this pick, and part of the reason I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons, I think overall they have a better roster that will show up and suit up on Sunday. Green Bay is beat up in the secondary. They're also beat up on the outside with Jordy Nelson maybe not playing, and then Devontae Adams nursing that ankle. I think that is the difference in a game that is supposed to be a shootout. I just think Atlanta has a little more firepower. That is the deciding factor. This is a 3-point game. I'm going to go with the Falcons at home.
I'm going to agree with you because they're playing at home, and we saw how riled up that crowd was against Seattle. By the way, those guys combined for 80 pass attempts in the divisional round. They might crack 100 in this game.
It's going to be crazy.
All right, so we're both taking Atlanta, so I guess the last question is, can you do the Dirty Bird?
Oh, I can do the old one. I can do the old one.
All right, that's who we think wins in the NFC Championship game.